going on, boys? Got a little bit of progress. A little bit of progress and some questions to be answered. I got a question in my comments. If these deadlights were to scale, all I did was go by what was on there. These were molded into the ship. And they look like crap. They gave me... Come on. They gave me these. They gave me these to put on those. Those are like little, whatever you want to call it, lenses and things to go around them. And I said, no way. So all I did was take my handy dandy gauge here and put this up against on the ship and find out what size they were. That's all I did. Those are exact the same size as what was on there. And I punched them out with my little punch set. Thank God for that thing. But those are to scale. So that would settle that. Now I have to go. I got to go get my hobby shop Friday for supplies, and I got to see if I can find some small rivet heads to put in there. I was gonna use sewing pins, but the heads were too big, just a little bit too big. Not by much, but just a little bit too big. So, with that being said, I got these on here. These work. The diving planes work. These work. The snorkel works. The snorkel works. So I got that there. Those are just marked up for now. Nothing is set in stone yet. I'm just puttering around and looking how to do things. I'll give you another little history lesson on this. Today I will talk about the men who invented her and her specs. The inventor was Horace Lawson Hunley. He was the inventor. The builder was James McClintock, and it was built and launched in 1863. The architect was Park and Lyons, Hunley, McClintock, and Watson. Those were, I would imagine, architect firms back in the day. It displaced 7.5 ton, had a length of 39.5 feet, had a beam of 3.83 feet. The propulsion was a hand crank screw. The speed, it did 4 knots on the surface. It was not meant to go underwater. It was meant to travel just below under the surface. It had a complement of 1 officer and 7 enlisted, and the armament was a 1-spar torpedo. So that was our history lesson. But yes, to my naval men, if I am not mistaken, the beam is measured from port to starboard. Am I not correct? The beam is how wide it is, or am I wrong? Please let me know. I would be very interested in hearing. I thought that's what beam was. But yeah, I'm getting there slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. These lay down when they're not up. Like I said, I got them all glued in and pressed down, and my next thing is I gotta make the There's like some kind of breather tube that goes there. I don't know. I don't know what it's for. I have to look. And I've been looking these things up as I go along and put them on. So that's next. So that's where we're going with that. So, like I said, a little bit of progress. I hope everybody had a nice 4th of July. It was nice and quiet out here. Me and the wife were just home. Didn't go out, didn't do nothing. Had nobody over. We had a little cookout Sunday. So, but yeah. Hope everybody enjoys everything. And when I get more done on this, I will make another video. I'm trying to decide if I want to yank out a car while I'm working on this, but I think I got enough work here for me to just concentrate on this. So, the other thing I wanted to say, I was circling the internet, whatever you want to call it, surfing, circling, whatever, and I came across a site, and I'm sorry I can't remember the name of it, because I just kept going off on tangents, and I ended up on this site that had models of the Hunley. It was all different kinds of models that guys have made, and there wasn't one model that on the front spar, there was no two alike. Every single one of them was different. Every single one of them was different. There wasn't one that, and I must have looked at 50 or 60 models, and there wasn't one of them that was all rigged up the same on the front end. So I'm going to do my way, what I think it was, and if anybody wants to complain, have at it. Have at it. Like I said, there's so much information out there, and there's no definitive pictures. They got one picture of this thing, and it's kind of obscure, and you know how the photography was back then. So, but I'm going to build it the way I think, and put it up on my shelf. So there it is. All right, boys. When I get some more done, I'll do another one. I think I'm all done here tonight. I'm going to go upstairs and relax for a bit. I did a lot of work on this thing today. But I actually think that those deadlights come out pretty good. Now I just got to go get the... last time I was at my hobby shop, I'm almost positive she had a big... because they got a million aftermarket things there. So when I go there Friday, I'm going to see. If not, I'll be pulling out my little punch set, because I do have one that's small enough, but you figure what, there's going to probably at least 6 little rivets. I think there were like 6 rivets around each one of those. Yeah, so there's what? There's 2 there, well 4 there, there's 4 back here. There's 4 on that one. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Times 6 is 96. Good God. I'm hoping she's got that. I hope she's got some rivets. But, yeah, it is what it is. But, and then after that, now I'll be trying to figure out the freaking propeller. I'm going to save that for last, because that's, I think, is going to give me the most trouble. But yeah, when I get more progress done, guys, I will post another video. Appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Peace out.